The woman lost her memory due to a car accident, but she recognized at a glance that the man in front of her was her husband. But her husband didn't even look at her, turned around and picked up his injured adopted sister, walked past her without glancing sideways. This made the woman feel extremely upset. Unexpectedly, her husband came out again the next second, grabbed his wife's hand tightly, and asked her to donate blood to his adopted sister. And in return for her compliance, he fulfilled his long-held wish to kiss her, then dragged his wife into the hospital. After donating blood, the woman realized that it was the first time her husband had kissed her, and the reason was to get her to donate blood to his adopted sister. So the woman decided to help them be together, then left without saying a word. Only then did her husband notice that his wife didn't get jealous like she used to, which made him feel very strange, not knowing that his wife had already forgotten everything about him. Meanwhile, the wife went to the immigration office and applied for immigration, then asked someone to prepare two agreements. One was a divorce agreement for her husband, and the other was a family severance agreement for her parents. Although she was her parents' biological daughter, her parents favored her adopted sister instead. Now that she had lost her memory in a car accident, her parents thought it was a trick to compete for their favor, and even asked her to give her husband to her adopted sister. Since that was the case, she would do as they wished. The woman went home to pack her things, but was suddenly knocked unconscious. When she woke up again, she found that she and her adopted sister had both been kidnapped. Her husband immediately came to rescue them after learning about it, but after the kidnappers got the money, they pushed both of them into the water. The bodyguard reminded the man that his wife's hands and feet were tied, but her husband still disregarded this, and went to save his adopted sister first. Her parents also only cared about the safety of their adopted daughter, and didn't even look at their biological daughter, who was still in the water. When the woman was finally rescued by the bodyguard, her parents had already left while protecting their adopted daughter. But when the woman saw this scene, she no longer felt heartbroken. She took out the documents she had prepared in advance, the divorce agreement and the family severance agreement, and asked someone to send them to her husband and parents, then directly hailed a car to the airport. Her husband and parents knew nothing about this. It wasn't until they sent the adopted sister home that the mother realized the woman hadn't come back. At this point, the bodyguard told the mother that the woman had already left here. Upon hearing this, the man couldn't help but panic, and immediately stood up to look for her, but suddenly saw the documents on the table. After opening them, the husband froze in place.